We have the management of Galaxy with us. Well, let's go straight to it. Here to talk about the numbers. It's been a bit of a weak quarter. The profits have come in lower by about 7%. Revenues at 645 crores, and operationally as well, it's been weak with margins coming in lower at 11%. Shankar is the MD of Galaxy Surfactants, now joins in on the show. Thank you for taking time out and being with us. It's been a bit of a subdued quarter for you. Can you tell us what has been the volume traction in the performance surfactants and specialty care products?
See, if you look at the whole year, 17-18 versus 16-17, we have grown by 11.2% in terms of volumes at the consolidated level. And the performance surfactants category has grown by about 13.6%, and the specialty care products have grown by 7.6%. All the regions and all the subsidiaries have grown very well. And the bright spots have been India. India has grown at about 14%. Galaxy Chemicals Egypt has grown by 15%. The Africa, Middle East, Turkey region has grown by about 11%. So it has been a very significant year for us in terms of growth. We have added customers across various geographies, and we have grown with all classes of customers, whether it's multinational customers, the regional majors, and the local niche companies in each of the markets.
Come in here, Mr. Shekhar, if I may come in here. That's not really been reflected in the quarter gone by. So what has been the reason for your subdued performance?
You know, the quarter is always can be there. There can be bunching in the previous quarter. So one should not take the quarter to quarter for any meaningful comparison. One should take always the whole year as in terms of comparison. For example, if you look at the specialty care products, in this particular quarter it will show that it has grown less compared to the previous quarter. However, if you take the H2, the H2 has grown by over 18% compared to the H1. So one has to take the overall year in terms of the volumes, because there can always be certain quarter minor bunchings of dispatches or offtakes by customers. So this is something that should not be looked at as reflective, because we have grown in a very secular way year on year in terms of each of these categories, each of these regions, each of the subsidiaries, and along with all our customers.
So, in that light, what is the volume growth that you're penciling for this fiscal, for FY19?
See, we have grown always ahead of the growth. All the focused geographies that we are working on, that is your India, the AMET region, are leaving behind a period of tepid growth and going into a period of growth and buoyancy. Galaxy has grown ahead of the market. For example, the Indian market growth for the HPC segment was at about 8 to 9% or so, and Galaxy has grown at 14%. So we have grown ahead of the market. So we will continue to grow ahead of the market in all the regions that we operate in.
You will continue to grow ahead of the market. So any targeted volume growth that you're looking at for FY19, and also on the margin front, because again, in this quarter the operating performance was a bit low. So on the margin front, how do you target to do for the next 12 months?
See, you need to, we always compare ourselves in terms of volume growth, the EBITDA, then the return on capital employed, and the PBT growth. So obviously, the return on capital employed for us, the threshold rate has been at about 22% or so. We have consistently been maintained that particular return on capital employed year on year. And going as far as FY19 is concerned, as I said, whatever the market grows, whether it is grows at, and it's expected, Indian HPC market is expected to grow at about 10 to 11% this year. That is the coming year, that is 18-19, and we would grow ahead of this market.
All right, thanks very much for sharing with us the growth outlook for the company. Management talking about how volumes have been fairly steady. Their growth outlook for the year at least seems fairly promising, and they will see continued traction, though on a quarterly basis it hasn't been all that impressive.